Good afternoon, everyone. Quite a lot of people here and a box. The box I'll come back to, or one of the presenters will come back to the box later on. It's staying here all the way through. Thank you very much for being here at the K, giving up your valuable time to attend one of Milliken's Tech Talks. The Tech Talks are a series of talks in which Milliken highlights cooperations of their projects and initiatives that prepare us for a more sustainable future. Today's talk is called PP with a Difference, and I found that a bit of a risky title. So I'd rather go talk about enhancing polypropylene or recycled polypropylene. I think that is a slightly more attractive title. We have two expert speakers for you. The first one is on my right, on your left, Dr. Pieter-Jan Goossens, Customer and Application Development Engineer at ExxonMobil. Can I call you Pieter-Jan?
Sure.
Thank you very much. And on my left and your right, I have Dr. Philippe Schilink, and he is New Business Development Manager at Milliken. And I'm sure that I can call you Philippe.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll hand you over to our first speaker, Pieter-Jan.
All right, thanks, Willem. And also thanks to our friends at Milliken for hosting us and for allowing us the opportunity to broadly share our collaboration. I'm very excited today because you'll get to experience what we've been doing together, how the two product portfolios that we have can combine and synergize to even further, even provide more improved solutions for mechanical recycling of polypropylene. Now you'll probably know ExxonMobil. We're one of the largest publicly traded oil and gas companies in the world, and every day we are striving to provide quality services and chemical products to you, and doing that with the principles of sustainable development. Recently, so earlier this year, we've restructured our organization in three main businesses. First, we have the upstream business, where we extract oil and gas. Then we have a new product solutions business, where we combine all the product portfolios from different business lines. These include energy products, chemical products, and specialty products. And specifically today, we're focusing on polyolefins in the chemical products. Then we have the all-new low-carbon solutions business, and that's where we're exploring, developing, and leveraging new low-carbon solutions to lower the carbon footprint of our own operations, our own products, but also helping you to achieve the same. When it comes to mechanical recycling, we're thinking about two things. On one hand, design for recycling, and on the other, how we upgrade recyclates. Now, when it comes to design for recycling, we have done tremendous effort the past 5 years to allow you to have access to solutions like this fully recyclable, full PE barrier stand-up pouch, to have access to foamable PP as a polystyrene replacement, or the high-impact copolymer polypropylene for soap dispensers, for example, as an ABS replacement. When it comes to upgrading recyclates, we have high-performance HDPE materials available for PCR inclusion in blow molding applications, or we've done also a lot of work, so you'll have the opportunity to leverage ExxonMobil performance PE materials to use recycled polyethylene, post-consumer recycled polyethylene in films like these collation shrink films, like stretch films, like thicker agricultural films as well. Now I want to focus on the last point that I've highlighted there, which is of most importance today, and that's the fact that we have also Vistamax performance polymers, and these are C3-based elastomers, as well as the C2-based exact plastomers as effective modifiers for recycled polyolefins waste streams. Now, you'll notice, or you'll have noticed earlier this year, the supply-demand balance of recycled materials, more specifically recycled polypropylene, hasn't been really in balance. So there was too much demand, too little supply. Customers were forced to use lower quality or more inconsistent quality materials. And that's where performance modifiers like these can help you add value and increase the margins of your end products. Because really, for some end-use applications, recyclers are now the new raw material suppliers. The past few years, we've highlighted the Rethink Recycle application branding, where, for example, we've used Vistamax Performance polymers in this particular case study to convert sea ropes and fishing nets that we collected in Chile to useful crates that we converted in the Netherlands. And now, with the Milliken collaboration, for the first time ever, we also want to introduce exact C2-based plastomers in this same framework, where they can be used and leveraged. I want to hand over the word to Philippe, because now we'll share a bit more information about the Milliken side of the story.
Thank you, Pieter-Jan. Many of you know Milliken. We go back more than 150 years. Today we're 8,000 employees. We're based out of South Carolina. We're a privately held, family-owned company. We've gone from being textile-focused to becoming more of a chemical company too. We've added that to our portfolio that has grown over the last decades. And today, with that, we offer solutions to the plastics industry. Solutions, if I boil it down, not to make your life too complex, to additives for polyolefins, for plastics maybe broader. We talk about colorants and functional additives. We're going to go more in detail on that. We're known for our expertise in these domains, and we've developed over time a sustainability strategy. The sustainability strategy exists since many years. It has been refined over time. It had to be refined over time, and we have put out goals for us for 2025. And those come down, if you distill them, to 3 pillars, let's say. One is about our people. The second about our products. That's what we're going to talk about today. And, of course, the planet. We all have a responsibility regarding the outside world, the planet. Zooming in on the product, what can we do? We are a company that has been in plastics, in polypropylene and in polyethylene for so many years. And we need to build in this circularity. Like single-use plastics, those need to be used again. It's a very valuable feedstock, as Pieter-Jan has mentioned, that needs a second, a third, a fourth life. It needs to be continued to be used. You can't just throw it away or incinerate it. And that is our goal. We want to build that circular economy. We want to do the necessary analysis. We want to help in designing. We want to help in developing materials that enable that. And that's how we come to our vision, is let's boost circularity. Let's enhance plastics through innovation and collaboration. And why do we say enhance plastics? It's the easy things have been done. I mean, you don't just use recycled polypropylene to make a park bench. That's years ago. You want to make something that has a useful life. And for that, you need to elevate it to enlarge the market for recycled polypropylene. That market is not there. That market needs to be created, and we need to bring it slowly on to the next level, such that more and more of that volume can be used. And we do that with our expertise. We are known already in the world of virgin plastics for our expertise. We are a trusted expert. That's what the customer expects. We make very technical additives. That's what the customer wants. And we expand that through collaboration, purposeful collaborations. We focus on that recycled polypropylene we talk about today in injection molding, for example. And we need innovation to make that happen. We need new materials. We need to fine-tune these materials so that they can be used in an economic way. Over time, you know, we come from serving the polypropylene producers, And we want to make all these additives available down the value chain. That's very important when you associate Milliken and the plastics market. We work down the value chain. And so these additives have been shaped in a format over time. You can see the different types of additives here, that they can be used by, for example, a recycler, a converter, no matter what their conversion technology is, to be used in their processes to extract the maximum out of it for their applications. That's how you enlarge the market. Now, what are the levers that we have? On the left, reducing carbon emissions, straightforward. On the right, increasing recyclability. Peter Jan has shown a number of examples indeed. And we're going to speak about the middle, recycled polypropylene use. More of that, higher concentrations, not 1090, but 9010. All 100%, why not? And we do that thanks to our DeltaMax technology. Now, we've discovered through the collaboration with ExxonMobil, and thank you again, Peter Jan, for doing that, for enabling that, for spending the money and the resources that we could work together. We've discovered slowly on that there is a synergy between exact elastomers and DeltaMax. Exact elastomers are known since some time. They're very good impact modifiers. You can keep quite a lot of the stiffness. And we thought, how about we use our DeltaMax technology? We improve the flow, and improving flow means better processability, faster, reduce cost, use less electricity. Today, if you look at the electricity bill, I don't know what the factor is that your electricity bill went up. Is it 5 or is it 10? It's a lot. You need to think about that. You need to build that in also in how you make products. And that is what can be done with the combination of exact and DeltaMax. You get good impact, and DeltaMax will push that even further. You see that here on the triangular chart. DeltaMax will push the performance into that corner, will maintain as much flexibility as possible. In fact, as much rigidity, if I may correct myself, because these type of applications, you need rigidity. You can't just put rubber in there, the thing collapses. So you don't want that. And you want processability, but without giving up on impact. And that is what DeltaMax, our reactive modifier, will give you together with Exact in synergy. So DeltaMax, just to conclude here, you can advance circularity very easily with DeltaMax, and we provide the resources to do that. That is what Milliken does as a trusted expert. It enables energy savings, and as a result, you reduce carbon emissions. Straightforward. So that's what we try to do. We constantly create this advanced circularity, and we do it together. The easy things have been done. You can't do it alone. And we have here the example where we want to test that concept and bring it to commercialization. So this is with our partner, Sundis, in France, that we're going to make this happen. Thank you for your attention.
Well, I'm sure you have lots of questions, but before you do, because I'm here, I might as well ask mine first. And I don't know who to ask, but what about food approval? Do you have that?
Yeah, sure. Well, food approval, of course, is always holy grail when it comes to recycled polypropylene or any mechanically recycled materials for that fact. But the main end uses that we see for recycled polypropylene are applications like these. Garden tools, storage boxes, do-it-yourself tools, anything like that. And not specifically going into food. Because those food certificates, okay, we have those probably from a virgin resin supplier perspective, but probably it's not going to be there from the recycler's point of view.
I was just thinking because that is kind of my sandwich box. So that's why.
That's a good.
Okay. Something that I've heard a lot of people talking to one another, you know, we're collaborating, we're working together. How do two companies like yours get together? How did you, I mean, it's almost a romantic question, but it isn't meant to be. How did you get together?
Yeah, I think I'll answer the romantic side and I'll let Philippe answer the professional side.
Because one of the people is sitting in the audience who did connect us because good things take time, but it's at this type of forums that companies like us meet, that we exchange on technologies, that we think together we're in a very technical business. I mean, it's not just selling of a pallet of product. You speak about features and benefits. We all have the same challenges, so we try to find a solution, and this one emerged. It took time to develop it. A lot of work went into getting this out and bringing it in a meaningful, commercially viable solution to the market.
And the romantic side?
It's when two people meet, have a coffee, have a chat, and magic happens.
Doesn't that sound lovely? Now, I'm sure there might be some of you here who might also fancy that cup of coffee later on. So if I can open up to the floor, I'm sure that some of you have questions. We do have a microphone. So is there anyone who would like to ask a question?
Maybe if you could speak as well to food contact with Deltamax, as well as the Virgin.
Yeah. So it's true that there is a challenge on recycled polypropylene and food contact, like the material itself. On the Deltamax side, Deltamax is FDA approved. EFSA approval is submitted, so we should have that within the foreseeable future. It certainly is a target for us to get this ready at a certain moment in time, and that's not going to take that much time anymore. Recycled polypropylene for food use will be available. You sometimes already see it when you have like very closed loop recycling. You can do things, but these are still small volumes. But we want to be there when it's possible. When that comes out on the market in reasonable volumes, we'll be there with food-approved Deltamax.
I would like to thank you for being here, and I wish you a very good continuation of the K-Show. Thank you very much indeed.